Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Delta Report on this January 17th, 2023, a Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in. Now, I'll tell you a little bit of change in format in this channel. Not really a change in format, because when I started this channel, it's a variety channel. And the variety deals with paranormal and news. It's the Delta Report. You know, a trio of kind of reports. That's why it's called the Delta Report. And what we're going to get into now over the next few months, because it's been lacking on this channel for a long time, it's been a long time coming, the paranormal part of it. We're going to get into that over the next few months while Bitcoin heats up again. You know, coming back into a Bitcoin marketplace again, guys. But anyway, what we're going to cover is we're going to cover mysteries. We're going to cover one of the greatest mysteries out there. And we're also going to cover some conspiracies over the next little while, over the next several months. And so we're going to get started today. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to look at something. It doesn't seem to connect, but it's a puzzle piece for you guys of something that I'm laying out over the next little while. And I'm going to fit the pieces together. So it's kind of like multiple shows fit together to build something in your mind that's real. Because this show is about something that is a mystery, not a conspiracy. We're going to be covering conspiracies, but this is a mystery, and this is where we're going to get started on this. So we're going to take a look at Easter Island today. So what is Easter Island? Easter Island is called Rapa Nui, and it's in the eastern Pacific Ocean on the easternmost outpost of the Polynesian island world. It is famous for its giant stone statues. Now they look like kind of like this. Let me see if I can get an enlargement. This is what the giant stone statues look like on Easter Island. Okay. How come I can't get off of this? Okay. Let me see. Hit the back button. How do I get off of this picture? There must be an X here someplace. Trying to find it. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. Sorry, guys. A little bit of an interruption there. And we got to get back up to the top of our... what it is it's an island in the Pacific. And it's famous for its giant stone statues. This island stands in isolation, roughly 1,200 miles east of the Pitcairn Islands and 2,200 miles west of Chile, forming a triangle 14 miles long. So the island's 14 miles long, and it's 7 miles wide. It has an area of 63 square miles. Its highest point is Mount Taravaca. It's 1,969 feet, or meters above sea level. It's the original inhabitants of the island are known as Rapa Nui. Translates, I guess, as navel of the world. The island itself. The first European visitors, the Dutch, named it Easter Island in memory of their own day of arrival. Its mixed population is predominantly Polynesian descent. Almost all live in the village of Hangaroa on the sheltered west coast. So it looks like this, the island. That's what Easter Island looks like. But there's a mystery hidden here in Easter Island, and this is the first piece of the puzzle I'm going to put together of a greater mystery. So that's why I'm presenting this to you guys. So I click this X over here to get off of it. Okay, there we go. And so what it's famous for is these giant heads. And now here's the interesting part I wanted to point out to you guys is at some time in the very distant past, these Easter Island heads, when they first discovered them, they found the heads, but they didn't know what they didn't know was these heads were connected to bodies underneath them. let me just show you guys. This is very interesting. Let me see if I can get a bigger picture here. I'll try to enlarge this picture. Underneath the ground, when they're excavating them, let me see if I can get the... I'm trying to get a bigger picture so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. When they excavate down, they see, when they originally come to the island, see this picture here? This is what they saw, and this is what, when I was growing up, I knew about these Easter Island heads. But everybody just thought they were heads, and this is what, because this is what they look like. They were sitting on the ground, they just thought they were carved heads. Ancient, very ancient carved heads. But they're not. When they started to dig down underneath them, here's a good picture right here to see what I'm talking about. When they started to dig down underneath them, they found that they weren't just heads, they were bodies too. Now here's the thing, guys. You got to use your common sense about this. Whoever made these, and I mean, they might be incredibly old. And it's a huge achievement because these stones are like the other megalithic, what's called megalithic structures around the earth. Giant rocks. And we're going to discuss other giant rocks later, places like Baalbek. But some stones are so big that we can't move them today. But somehow the ancient people not only carved them, but moved them around. And this is a part of a mystery. But the mystery I'm talking about here is the fact that this thing is buried down beneath the ground. It's the whole body of the heads there. Now, when they carve something like that, they never meant for half of it to be not shown. Anybody who's going to go to all the work of carving a giant stone, moving it into position, setting up not just one, but many of these all over this island, is not going to just bury them, what they created. They want to show it off, just like any artist wants to. If you create a tower or you create some mega big artwork, you want to put it on display. It was set there to be on display. You're not going to put it on display and then bury it. It doesn't make any sense. What does make sense is these were buried, but maybe not by people. And this is what I believe. I don't believe that this was buried by the creators of this. I believe what actually happened is sedimentary layers came in, the earth was washed in, and sediment surrounded these and covered them and buried them. This means that what we're looking at is something that was affected by something that happened geologically in the past, but not before the statue was created. In other words, after the statue was created by whoever created it and put it there. And it might be extremely ancient. Later, a geological event happened that buried the statues up to their neck in mud, sand, silt, and rock. Some type of a geological event. And this is why I wanted to point this out to you as part of this mystery that we're getting into. We're going to delve deeper into it each successive show. And I'm going to try to keep these shows fairly short until we start to put it together. And then I'm going to do a longer show, putting it all together for you guys. Of just what could this geological event have been. We're going to theorize about it. So, I'll catch you guys in the next episode, and you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.